Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgia. I hope you're well. Welcome to another monthly TBR video. So today we are going to be pulling my May TBR. For me, May is a very exciting month because it is actually my birthday. My birthday is the 15th of May, so we are going to be having a very fun month with lots and lots of plans. I'm going to be going to 66 books this month, as I do every year for my birthday. So I will be filming a little vlog for that and letting you guys know what I actually buy this year. I'm planning on going in with a better mindset, because I feel like I don't actually end up reading quite a few of the books I end up getting. I am going to try and be better and more strict with the books I buy this year. I also have a weekend away for my birthday and also a holiday with James's family this month as well. So it's going to be a very busy but very fun month. So I want to try and get some sort of like easy, fun books to take with me on holiday. That is the plan. I'm not going to be super strict to this TBR cart this month. I do just want sort of like fun, easy reads that I can take with me on these fun little trips and things that I've got booked. So as always, we are going to be using the trusty TBR cart. We're going to be pulling 6 prompts that will help us choose 6 books off of my collection. If you've seen my recent video, I do have 308 books on my physical TBR, so you know, this isn't anywhere near all of them. This isn't even like a fraction of them, let's be honest. But I am probably going to have a relatively romance, easy read heavy month, so let's just jump in. Grab a drink, grab a snack. I have my trusty monster as always. It is open again today, I'm so sorry. Let's go in for our first prompt. We're actually getting relatively low on prompts now. I've got a green one. We have a book with a sprayed edge. We definitely have options here. Do you know what? I might pick a fairy loot. I feel like I have forgotten about my fairy loots and forgotten that they exist. I have had a subscription for a year now. I've got 12 books. And I've read like 3 of them, and I really want to get better with that, so maybe we could get a few fairy loops this month. I have picked some options that stay sort of more true to my goals. So the first one being To Cage a Wild Bird. This is on my 26 and 2026 anyway, and should realistically actually be on this cart, but we have this one. It's got the most beautiful sort of like foliage sprayed edge. I think it is a stunning cover, and like I said, it's on my 26 and 2026, so this could be a very good option. Or do we be good and go for the first fairy loot I ever received and still haven't read? So this was, I want to say like April 2025 fairy loot. I still haven't read it, so. And again, a really beautiful sprayed edge design on that one. Which one shall I go for? They both have really beautiful sprayed edges. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for To Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast. I think this was my November 2025 book. I'm going to put little tabs in them all. Maybe just like on the first page that just say the month that I got it, because I feel like I'm starting to lose track, and like I do keep them in order on my shelves. I've got a few that I've ordered like the next book in the series of now and stuff, so I think they're going to end up moving around a bit, so I think it would be nice to have sort of like the month I got them just on the inside. So I think our first book for our TBR for May is actually going to be To Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast. So I'm really excited to read this one. This one sounds so interesting. It's like a dystopian sort of romancy, I think. So it's like, well, it says, a deadly prison, a forbidden romance, a fight for survival. In the city of Davidium is how I'm going to say that. The law is simple. Commit a crime and your punishment is a life sentence in Endlock. Raven Thorn is Davidium's most notorious bounty hunter living on the edge of society. But when her younger brother Jed is sentenced to Endlock, Raven will do anything to save him, even if it means getting herself arrested. Trapped in a prison where danger lurks around every corner, Raven must use all her cunning and strength to protect Jed and herself if she is to complete her perilous mission. But there is one obstacle she never expected. The prison guard who stirs something deep inside her, the man she should hate, the man whose true motives seem impossible to pin down. In a world where trust is a weapon and love is a liability, Raven can't afford for her heart to get involved. This one sounds so good. I think it's a little bit sort of like dystopian, and basically like when you go into this prison, people can sort of like wager against you or like make your life harder while you're in there or something along those lines, from what I remember from people reading this months ago. It just sounds like such a cool concept. I love that sort of dystopian setting anyway, so I think this one is going to be a lot of fun and a bit of me. So our first book for May, I'm going to go for To Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast. Okay, off to a strong start. Let's go in for book 2. I have a blue one. Ooh, we have a book by an author I love. I've got some like immediate thoughts on this one, and I think I'm actually just going to go for Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is the next sort of series I need to read by this author, so I am going to be starting a new series, which is a little bit annoying because I really need to sort of narrow down the series I'm in the middle of. But I love a bit of Elsie Silver, and I just really like to have the option of one of these on the go. So I recently finished the Gold Retrench series. I finished the Chestnut Spring series ages ago, and I really want to get into these ones because she's obviously writing a new series now that'll come after these, and I really want to read them. So I'm going to go for Wild Love by Elsie Silver. All of her series are sort of like slightly interconnected and have like cameos and crossovers and things. So if I remember correctly, this is Willa from Chestnut Spring's brother. I'm pretty sure that all the Rose Hill series are like single dad romances as well, and if you know me and my romance taste, you know I love a single dad book, or like a unexpected pregnancy, or any sort of books where there's little ones involved. I really enjoy that sort of setup. So we're going to put Rose Hill on the TBR. So just to quickly again read you the back. She's been driving him wild for years, the kind of wild that comes with wanting your best friend's little sister and knowing you can't have her. Forbes may have labelled Ford Grant the world's hottest billionaire, but all he cares about is escaping the press and opening a record studio in the gorgeous small town of Rose Hill. Something that comes to a screeching halt when he ends up face to face with a young girl who claims he's her biological father. Okay. After years of living in the city, Rosie comes back into the town like a storm. Beautiful, messy and chaotic. One wide-eyed, desperate plea for a job is all it takes for Ford to hire her. He vows to keep her at arm's length, but with her, verbal sparring is a type of foreplay. Ford knows damn well that he shouldn't cross this line, but shouldn't and can't are two very different things, and the only thing he truly can't do is resist her. Does that not sound like such a fun book? Why haven't I picked this up yet? Why haven't I read the back of this book since buying it like over a year ago? That just sounds so good. So we've got single dad, we've got workplace romance, but we've also got like surprise, you're a single dad, which I haven't actually read before, but sounds like so much fun. Oh, I can't wait. I'm like, I really want to jump straight into this, but would this not be like one of the most great, like perfect holiday reads? So we'll see how that goes, but this one sounds so good. I am so excited. Book number 3, let's go. We have a pink one. Prompt number 3, we have a reread, and there is only one book that I can do this with right now, because you see, my immediate thought went to the Mortal Instruments series, but I am currently in the middle of book 3, and I'm actually going to do the Infernal Devices before reading book 4, so that won't work. So the only book that this would work for would be The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So this is book 1 in the Nightborn duet of part of the Crowns of Nyaxi series by Carissa Broadbent. I read this, I want to say, probably over a year ago at this point. And the other week I tried to start The Ashes and the Stargaze King, which is book 2 in this series, and realised I don't remember how this ended. I rated this book 5 stars. I absolutely love this book. I remember sort of like the main plot points, and I remember quite a lot of the big happenings, but there's quite a lot of political stuff in this, and like the ending of the book was all to do with that political stuff that I don't remember. So when I started the second one, which carries on straight after book 1, I was a bit lost. I feel like I was going to end up rating the book lower because I couldn't remember what really happened. So I'm going to read book 1 again, so that when I go into book 2 I actually know what's going on. So here we are. The next book we're going to put on our TBR for the month of whatever we're in. So the next book that we're going to put on our TBR for the month of May is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I love this. I rated it 5 stars the first time I read it. So I think it's going to be really interesting to go back and read it again and get all the details I missed the first time round ready for jumping into book 2. I'm happy with this. I'm happy this is on here. I've been stalling and now I can crack on. Let's go for prompt number 4. We have a blue one. Ooh, we have a hardback book. Can you read that? Hardback book. Do we go for another fairy loot? I think I'm going to do it, you know. I was going to pick this for our first one, but I didn't. So maybe we pick it for our next one. I think I'm going to go for The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson. This is a hefty book. It's a chunky guy. But I think this one is going to be a lot of fun. And I have seen Emmy read this and really, really enjoy it. So I have high hopes. It does sound pretty sort of like fantasy heavy. I'm going to attempt to read you the inside. Don't laugh at me because there are some interesting names. So let's just pretend I can read, yeah? A prophecy reignited, a storm unleashed, a love that could shatter everything. In war-torn, fear and magic plays every corner of the kingdom, and halflings like Raya Fleetwood are hunted and killed. When Raya is sentenced to death, her execution is interrupted by an unexpected saviour, the formidable commander Scythe. Feared by both his own men and his enemies as a merciless fighter on the battlefield, Scythe is far more terrifying than a hangman's noose. In the clutches of this new enemy, Raya finds herself fighting for her life, forced to travel to the Northland with her fearsome captor, but she is no ordinary halfling. The strange birthmark on her chest and the wind she instinctively calls forth means she is a remnant, one of the 4 souls fated to restore the balance of magic or die trying. But mastering the power she holds is only the beginning. A forbidden desire for the commander starts to burn fiercely, while this tempest within her is waiting to be released. And Raya must choose her heart or the kingdom. Okay, I am intrigued. I'm not like crazy intrigued, but I am like, what's going on here then? So I am looking forward to giving this one a go. It definitely sounds more sort of like fantasy heavy than a lot of the other stuff that I read, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just think it's going to take more concentration than like the romantices and the like romance books that I'm used to, but I am definitely looking forward to giving this one a go. It's a bit more out of my comfort zone, I think, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It is also huge. I actually can't get over the fact that it's like, oh, it's not actually that bad. I feel like hardback books always look so much more intimidating. It's like 500, 600 pages long, so that's doable. That's fine. I did say that I want to try and read at least one big book a month, and I want to stick to that, so we'll definitely give this one a go. So our 4th book for the month of May, we have The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson. We are going to start getting through these fairy loos. I am determined. Let's do it. Okay, 2 more prompts to go. Let's go. Ooh, okay, I've not had this one for a while. Use a random letter generator and pick a book starting with that letter. Let's load up the trusty letter generator and pick a letter. I will screen record so that you can see it better. And we are going to spin in 3, 2, 1. Please be a good letter, please be a good letter, please be a good letter. It's not looking promising. It is looking promising. Would it be really bad for me to use the? Okay, we got the letter T. I will definitely have options for this. Let's just quickly talk through all my options. We have The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez, T. We have The Devil She Knows by Alexandria Bellfleur, Tourist Season by Brim Weaver, and I also have my most recent fairy loot, which is just the most gorgeous thing I have ever laid eyes on, and that is The Wicked Sea by Jordan Stephanie Gray. I don't know which one to go for. Okay, so there is technically only one here that starts with T that isn't the, so I feel like that one should be the one I choose. And also I really want to read this. This is very, very new to my TBR. And I absolutely love Brim Weaver's writing, so I'm absolutely not going to say no for the opportunity to jump into this. Oh fuck it, do we just do it? I think I'm just going to jump straight into Taurus Season by Brim Weaver. I love her writing so much, and since finishing the Ruinous Love trilogy, I've been looking for something else like this to jump into. So should we go for Taurus Season? So our 5th book for May, we're going to put Taurus Season by Brim Weaver on the TBR. So just to quickly read you the back of this one then, it says, "Welcome to Cape Carnage. Visit once, stay forever. Cape Carnage is a seaside town of colourful houses, quirky shops, and an unusually high body count. But with tourists comes trouble, and Harper Sterling won't let anyone ruin her perfect picture home. A skilled gardener with killer instincts, Harper protects her sanctuary at any cost. Troublesome tourists don't check out of Carnage. They compost beneath Harper's award-winning flower beds. But Nolan Rhodes isn't your average tourist. Devilishly handsome, disarmingly charming, and skilled with a blade, Nolan is restless in the pursuit of revenge. Every year, Nolan slays another target, and he's saved the best for last. The undeniably beautiful Harper Sterling. The problem, Harper isn't the monster he expected, and she won't go down without a fight. When an amateur true crime investigator comes to Cape Carnage on the trail of a long-lost serial killer, Harper and Nolan strike an uneasy truth. If Nolan helps Harper protect her town, she'll keep quiet about his hunting habits, for now. But their alliance soon spirals into obsession, one that threatens to shatter every secret in Carnage, including their fragile love." This sounds so much fun. I love Brim Weaver so much. She is all sort of fucks up in the best way possible. She is brilliant. She is so smart. Her writing is incredible, and like they are so messed up, and I truly love her writing. So I am beyond excited to give this one a go. Our final book. This feels like a big decision. So we have a book with the enemies to lovers trope, and I know exactly what I'm going to read for this, and it's only because I literally received this the other day and remember the synopsis. I think I'm going to go for The Wicked Sea by Jordan Stephanie Gray, because I read the synopsis for this the other day and it sounds like the most perfect enemies to lovers. I will just read you the synopsis quickly. Also, the art on this book is incredible. The artist that they get for the fairy loots is just insane. But it literally says at the beginning of the synopsis, in this dark and sultry enemies to lovers romantasy. Is that not perfect? A mermaid battles hatred and lust for a warlock who saved her life. This is like my 4th attempt at reading this synopsis because my dyslexia and all of these big words and complicated names is hurting my soul. We will do this. Are we ready? On the run from a dangerous captor and years of abuse, mermaid Zephyria, I am probably butchering that, but we are going to continue, of the seal, had shed her tail, grown legs, and hidden herself on land in the merrow-loathing kingdom of Mortia. Again, hoping I'm saying that right. Left to steal and barter on the dirty streets. But her freedom is short-lived when she's caught and sentenced to death by the brutal warlock Arion Stone. Arion is as beautiful as he is cold and deadly, only interested in punishing the merrow who he views as evil. He has grown as strong as any warlock might, but at a great personal cost, which can only be remedied by the heart of the god of death, lost to a fabled kingdom beneath the ocean's treacherous depths. So Arion offers Zephyria a deal she can't refuse. Help him find this mystical heart and he'll spare her life. With no other options, Zephyria agrees, tangling their souls and forbidden desires in a magical bargain until death do they part. But their enemies are circling, and if Zephyria and Arion can't learn to fight together and trust each other, there are worse things awaiting them than just death. Okay, I butchered all of the pronunciations, but does that not sound like so much fun? So it sounds like we've got like a marriage of convenience, enemies to lovers sort of situation, and it just sounds so interesting. I was originally thinking that this was giving Little Mermaid vibes, but now I'm not so sure. I think it is just more just like a, I don't know, I guess in some ways it could be like a Ursula sort of situation, sea witch, we have a warlock, I don't know. But I'm really excited to give this one a go. It does sound like a lot of fun. It just says on the back, a bargain sealed in blood, a desire sealed in hate. And I am so excited to give this one a go. I said I wanted to start reading some fairy loots. I've got 3 fairy loots on this TBR. This is going to be a fun month. So there we have it, our 6 books for the month of May. This is going to be such a fun reading month. I am so excited about it. So just to quickly go through them again, we had a book with a sprayed edge, and I've gone for To Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast. We next had a book by an author that I love, and I have gone for Wild Love by Elsie Silver. We next had a reread, and I have gone for The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, book 1 in the Nightborn duet. I am so excited to get back into this world. We next had a hardback book, and I have gone for The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson. Use a random letter generator and pick a book starting with that letter. We got the letter T, and we have gone for Taurus Season by Bryn Weaver. I am so excited to give this one a go. I love Bryn Weaver's writing so much. And then finally we have a book with the enemies to lovers trope, and I have gone for The Wicked Sea by Jordan Stephanie Gray, and I am so excited to give this one a go. A true enemies to lovers by the sounds of it. So there we have it, our TBR for the month of May. This is going to be such a fun month. I genuinely cannot wait. We've got some really good romanticies that I'm really excited to jump into. I have not actually been properly disappointed by a fairy loot yet. I've read 3 of them and I've enjoyed all 3 that I've read. I'm really looking forward to sort of getting into it more. I want to make sure that my fairy loot subscription is actually worth it because you're paying like £21 a book. And then we've also got some fun little romances that I'm really looking forward to. Taurus Season, I love Bryn Weaver's writing anyway. Wild Love, you know me, I love a bit of Elsie Silver. So it's going to be a really fun little reading month. I'm really looking forward to it. If you've read any of these books, be sure to let me know what you thought of them in the comments down below. I always love reading your guys' opinions, and also just let me know what's on your TBR for the month of May. I'm nosy, I like to know these things. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, my social media, my Amazon, my Goodreads and my business email are all in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.